very much everyone for being here and be part of the pilot of the new version of the Ultimate Expert program. This session, because it's the first time, I'm just going to give you just like a brief introduction straight away before we go into the activity and we go into your planning session for the month. It's because we listen, you know how we are here at GTeX. We always listen. And we always want to make sure that we improve the work that we do. And there were a few things that people were looking for that they said that it was important for them. One was more accountability, because what people felt is like the trainings are great, but sometimes I feel lost. I don't know where to go next. So that clear step by step, this is what I'm working on. This is the resources that I need. And this is how I'm going to achieve what I'm going to do. So that clarity in terms of the step-by-step approach, that was one thing. And then the other part also was for us to be able to understand what you're working on. Because in the previous version of the program, what was happening is that you will work on your business, you work on your stuff, and then sometimes people fell off the radar. We don't know what they're doing. They don't know what we are doing. And that doesn't create a process that flows. But so what we decided to do now, instead of say, actually, let's have a pulse on what you're working on, what is that what your priorities are. So then we can also intervene in your business. We can direct you. We can have a more proactive approach compared to having a passive approach, or delivering the training and only that part. And that's where the new Ultimate Expert program was born. Da, 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 da. I like some sound effects right now. And that's where the new Ultimate Expert program was born. Shireen, Michelle, Wang, and I have been working behind the scene on this for a few months now. I've been thinking about these improvements in the program at least from September, and today is the day where it's happening. So, what can you expect from this pilot? You know that there are going to be 4 sessions that you are going to attend. And then after this pilot, after we finish this month, then we are going to roll out this version to the entire Ultimate Expert program. I'm going to show you again what these types of sessions are and why we have decided to do them in this way. So then you can understand our thought process that we went through. There you go. So I know you have, this is like the info sheet. And the first week of the month, we're always going to look at the reviewing of the previous month to see what worked, what didn't, what we can learn, what we can bring, what we can leave. And then starting straight away with what are my priorities for the next 30 days. So then you will know, we will know, we are all on the same page. And that's going to be always the first week of the month. That's the first meeting. And that's because we want to know what you're working on. You want to have the clarity of what your priorities are. Then the next part is going to be in the second week of the month, the mastermind. You know, GTeX is all about community. We believe in doing things together. We believe that together we can achieve way more than we can do by ourselves. And that's why the mastermind is crucial. In the mastermind session we have some old school GTeX members, some OGs, GTeX members here on the call, been part of GTeX for years. You know that the mastermind is where we come together as a community, we support each other, and we also create opportunities for each other. So that's the community aspect. That's why week 2, we work on how do we get to know each other more and create opportunities for each other and support each other as well. Then on the third week, that's where the training sessions is going to be. We will see what are some of the common pattern from the first week, from the things that you're stuck on or the things that you need to learn the most. And then we will do an on-demand training call. If the training is relevant to you, you can attend. If it's not relevant to you, you don't need to attend for that one. But that's going to be the third week of the month to make sure that you get skilled into something that you need. And then we have the fourth week of the month, which is about creating time or answering questions. So of course you can ask questions at any time. Like if you're working on something, you get stuck, you have a question about a program, you have a question about a series of videos that you're going through or something that you're working on, you can always ask in the WhatsApp group. And then later we will move it to the Facebook group. But there are two things that you can do on week 4. Number one is to create time to get something done. You know that we all have these things in our business that we know that they are important, and we don't create the time to do them. Something else always comes in and we know is important, and it's probably is there, and we keep writing it on our to-do list week after week. You familiar with that? Yeah, I got a few of those, right? So that's about creating time to get those things done, or because you have the time even to ask questions. So becomes an open Q&A where you can get to the right question and answer. So that's going to be the flow, and that's why we have designed this session, so we can tap into the accountability, the support, the community, the creation of time to get some important things done. And we have our goal, our final goal, which is get you to £8,000 a month in monthly recurring revenues. That's what we are going to be working on, and we are going to measure the size of your audience, so your profile, the community, which is your paying clients, and also the recurring revenues that you'll get. So these are going to be the measurable and the things that we're going to keep track of. Because if we were only to focus on the recurring revenues, what's happened is that they don't happen without the community and the profile. So we need also to measure the increase in your profile and in your community, because they will determine the increase in your recurring revenues. Does it make sense? Yeah. Just want to make sure we are on the same page. And of course, we will want for this, this is a pilot, right? This is the first month that we are running it. We expect some things to not be good. We expect some things to break down. We expect some things to be better. That's why we run the pilot. So tell us things that can be delivered in a simpler way, where you get confused, where you get overwhelmed, where things are not clear, where links are not working. Because that's why we do this. So then when next month we are now rolling it out to everyone, then we can actually work behind the scene to fix all the issues and the challenges that we have. So we need your help on this. We need your honesty. We need your help. We need to make sure that you tell us. And also we have a feedback form at the end of each session for you to fill up, so then we can understand also how the sessions are going and how we can make them better. Sounds good? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. We love a bit of housekeeping, right? Aren't they the best part of every course and training? We are going to be here until 7 p.m. UK time, so it's a total of a 2-hour call. The next calls will not have this spiel of introduction. The roles in the community now in the new Ultimate Expert program are going to be the following. You can see the one and only Shireen, which many of you had onboarding calls with. Shireen, give us a wave. There you go, Shireen. So Shireen is your community manager. She is the one in charge to make sure that you have a great experience. So anything related about the experience of the program, making sure you have access to what you're supposed to have access to, that's Shireen's role. Then we have, Wang. I don't think she's on the call now, but Wang is, if you need the login details, any tech issues, Wang is the person for you. And then we have the one and only Michelle Raymond, which is here, which is our head coach, delivering and facilitating these sessions. So she will be your main point of contact in terms of coaching and training, in terms of the coaching side and accountability side. What my role is going to be is to overview the program, making sure that we are moving forward with improvements and also delivering the training. So the training that are in the members area, all the frameworks, that's my role and responsibility. So now you can understand how we're all working together within this program. Sounds good? Awesome. So there is one thing before Michelle starts that you need to have ready, which is going to be your client folio login details. So I hope that everyone has your client folio login details. You should have received an email from Shireen. This is the link. This is the link, your client folio login details, where you will have to put your own username and your own password. We ask you to test it before the call to make sure that you come here, that you don't come here now while we are starting and say, oh, I cannot find my login details. We don't want that to happen. Okay, so hopefully everyone did it before and you have all your login details and everything. If you don't, send a private message here in the chat. Don't clog the chat with I don't have them, because then while Michelle is starting, Shireen can go and help you out. So send a private message to Shireen. Okay. Having said that, I think we can get started with the fanfare and with this incredible training that we're running today. We can get the game started so that you can work on the first planning session which Michelle is going to lead, about reviewing your past 30 days, looking at your current priorities, and then establishing your commitments and how you're going to support each other in your accountability groups, which we are going to explain later. So Michelle, over to you. Everyone gives a massive round of whoops to Michelle. Yay.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So good to see you. There are quite a few new faces that I've never met, but during this process, we're going to get to know each other real good, and you're going to get used to my style of delivering. And I want everyone to bring the energy, because as we know, in most, if you know, most of us here are from the UK. I know there's a couple of people from different places. It's 5 in the evening. You've probably done lots of coaching. You've probably had to cook before you've started, sorting out the husband, sorting out the wife, sorting out the girlfriend, everything. I want you to leave that all behind. Leave it all behind, and let's just get focused on this, because we are so committed to getting you those recurring incomes. We really are committed to doing it. So we want to do whatever it takes to get there. So with that being said, you all should be logged into your client folio. Please let me know. Just put a 1 in the chat if you are logged into your client folio, and your first page should look like this. I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see. So hopefully you can all see my screen. That should be your page. Let me just see that we're getting some 1s in the chat. Brilliant. Good, good, good. Awesome. Right, and if you have any problems, do just direct message Shireen and she'll be able to support you on that. Now I want you to go to accountability questions. You should see that it's 3rd from the front. All right, and you should see 15 questions. Can we all see that? Let's see. Oh, Jan's not working. Shireen, if you could help there, that'd be great. I just want to make sure that everyone's got this. So we've got page not working for a couple of people. So I wonder if you could refresh your page. So, you know, log back out, log back in. You know, this is the old way of getting things to work again, and see if you can go in that way and try accountability questions again. So let's see how we're all doing. They've done it twice. Okay, there's a couple of people. Right, so Antonio, you're working. Brilliant, brilliant. Angie's isn't working as well. So I want to get as many of us working on it as possible. Mine's working. Brilliant. Thanks, Jay. Quentin's isn't working. Okay, so we might need to find out what's going on there before we proceed. Mine's good. Thanks, Fiona. So Fiona's in. So this is what I'm going to do, right? Because I'm conscious of time. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just run through what we're going to be doing. It's quite self-explanatory anyway. And then we can sort out those who's not working. We've got a list here. So this is what I want you to do. With these 15 questions, I want you to start answering the questions. So what will happen is, like, what is the current number of your paying community? Just put a figure in there. And once you put the figure in, then you save, yeah? You cancel all your save. We want to save everything. What is your current monthly recurring revenue? What is the current size of your audience? So you're going to have to do a bit of research. Unless you know the numbers already, you might have to do a bit of research. So we're going to give you enough time to quickly have a look on if you've got information on your Google Drive, if you've got information somewhere else on your desktop. We're going to give you time, ample time, to be able to take those information. So I'm just going to talk you through the questions for those that cannot see at the moment. So the very first
Yeah,
question
just
is,
1 second, Michelle. So
yeah,
before, so for everyone where it's not working, what we are going to do, please take a, like create a note, like a Word document that then you can send to us.
yeah,
Because in what then we are going to do, we are going to populate your client folio and make sure that is going to be working for, that is going to be working for next session. So that's what we are going to do. But that's why we're on the pilot. When I said this is why we're on the pilots, because some stuff breaks when we're using the system, point and case. So use a Google document or a Word document. Take those questions and then send them to us. Then what we will do, we will upload them on your client folio account because we have access to it, and make sure, and then Shireen will make sure that your account then is going to be working. So it's good with everyone. Where are you sending them? Yes, please send them at Shireen's email. And Shireen's email is this one, Shireen at gtex.org.uk. There you go. So you can send Shireen that email. All right, Michelle, back to you.
Simone, sorry, just a quick one. I have literally changed my password to one for me, and now it works. I was using the password she gave me and it didn't work, and I've changed it to my own password and now it works.
Okay, so you basically reset the password?
Yeah, reset the password and now it's working fine.
All right, so before we do that, actually, can everyone that where your client folio is not working, try to reset the password? Let's try to do that. And just imagine that there is a lovely background music.
I'll sing.
we got singer. Actually, I'm gonna put the background music in a meanwhile. So see if it's not working, reset the password and see if it's going to work. Be a couple of minutes for this. For example, Raha already is working.
You have to log out and then log in with the new password.
So again, if it's not working still, then create the Word document. We will put the questions back on the screen, and then you can send them to Shireen. If it's working, then use your client folio.
And what I will do, you can also screen share. I'm trying to screen share. What I'll also do, I'll read out the questions, obviously, and I'll take my time, read it, so you can write them down in your.
That's perfect.
Right, so let me get the questions back up for I can't screen share at the moment.
Yeah, you can do it now. I'll stop mine.
All right, awesome. Awesome. Okay, so the first question is, what is the current number of your paying community? These are your paying clients. That's the first question. What is the current number of your paying community? Your paying clients. Second question. What are your current monthly recurring revenue? What are your current monthly recurring revenues? Third question. What is the current size of your audience? So now we want you to combine social media and your email list. I'll repeat that again. What is the current size of your audience? That's social media and your list. Okay, so next question, where are we up to? Number 4, what is your number 1 priority for the next 30 days? What is your number 1 priority for the next 30 days? Number 5, what is your biggest challenge at the moment? What's your biggest challenge? Number 6, what were the 3 biggest successes you had in your business in the past 30 days? What are the 3 biggest successes you had in your business in the past 30 days? Number 7, what happened that made your 3 biggest successes possible? So what happened that made your 3 biggest successes possible? Number 8, what was the biggest lesson you had in your business in the past 30 days? What was the biggest lesson you had in your business in the past 30 days? Number 9, how do you feel about your business at the moment? How do you feel about your business at the moment? Number 10, what are you going to do to grow your community in the next 30 days? What are you going to do to grow your community in the next 30 days? Number 11, what are you going to do to raise your visibility in the next 30 days? I'll repeat, what are you going to do to raise your visibility in the next 30 days? We're coming down, guys, we're coming down, and then you can answer. Number 12, what are you going to do to grow your recurring revenues in the next 30 days? What are you going to do to grow your recurring revenues in the next 30 days? Number 13, what extra support do you need to achieve your goals in the next 30 days? What extra support do you need to achieve your goals in the next 30 days? Number 14, how are you going to celebrate when you reach your goals in the next 30 days? How are you going to celebrate when you reach your goals in the next 30 days? And the last question for those who are writing, how are you feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically? Are there any red flags? I'll repeat that. How are you feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically? Are there any red flags? So those are the 15 questions. So everyone now should have them, even those who are unable to log in. So some of you may have started answering that. Let's give it another 15 minutes. Just do as much as you possibly can within that time. Simone's going to be playing some music in the background, and I'll let you know when we've got another 5 minutes left, 5 minutes and 3 minutes. All right. If you've got any questions, please put them in the chat. Okay, sorry. Question 2 just to remind you, was what are your current monthly recurring revenues? And question 3 was, what is your current size of your audience? And we want you to add your social media, so Instagram, Twitter, all of that, and your email list. Okay, number 2 is, what are your current monthly recurring revenues? Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just put it in the chat for you. Awesome. Good. All right, let's get going. Any questions, please put them in the comments, or feel free to come off mute and ask me. I'm going to have some music in the background.
You'll need to stop sharing though.
I will have to. Okay. 5 minutes left, guys. 5 minutes left.
Okay, fine. Sympathetic.
Two more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Guys, do you need a few more minutes? How are we doing for time? 2 more minutes? We're saying 2 extra minutes? Okay. How you doing, Helen? Doing all right? We'll give it another minute or so, and then we'll see how far you've got. Okay, I see people are, most of you are finished. Let me see a show of hands. Who's still working on it? Okay, Fiona, that's one. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, that's all right. Let's find out. Let's see where we are with everything. So guys, how was that for you? What was the experience like in terms of just going through that process? Does anyone want to share?
Hi.
Raha.
For me, I think it was, I was thinking, oh my God, I'm just pathetic. I haven't done anything. But actually, as I was writing it, I thought, well, hold on, I'm not that pathetic. I have done a few things, and it was making a bit clearer as what I can do. Yeah. So, you know, for the 30 days ahead, I had some ideas, and I thought, oh, right, yes, that's what I'm going to do. And I thought, right, yeah. So that's something, you know, I know exactly what I have to do now to move.
I love it, love it.
Clearer.
And when you think about it, we'll be doing this. So this particular exercise we'll be doing once a month, because remember the cycle is of 4. So, and in between the 4 weeks, you're going to be ramping up your visibility. You're going to be ramping up your client acquisition. So each month when we do this exercise again, there should be a different figure, and we're going to show you how it's going to look visually as well. So that's good. Thank you so much for that, Raha. Let's have some more shares. So please put your virtual hand up, because I may not be able to see everybody. So I can see Fiona's, and if you don't know how to do it, it's at the bottom. Well, where is mine? Oh yeah, where it says participants, you should be able to raise it there. Awesome. So Fiona.
Okay, so I'm going to put my hand up because I couldn't get onto the thing, and I couldn't write everything down, so I missed some of the questions. So I haven't actually answered very much.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I can see that if I'd had the document, the exercise is a good one. So I mean, I've asked Shireen if she would send me a printed Word thing, and I'll have to do it afterwards. Yeah. But what I like looking it through is it's this nice snapshot. I'm starting from pretty much a blank page when we're talking about recurring revenues. And by the end, you know, at the beginning of this, I was thinking, God, this is going to be a long haul. Am I going to do it? By the end, I thought, do you know what? Actually, if you're starting at a very low base, whatever you do, you're going to get somewhere. There's going to be something to celebrate. Hey,
There you go.
you know, and it feels quite uplifting. And also I like the fact that it's taking the whole, you know, because you put your whole self, your mental, your bit in it, and that's really key.
Love it. Oh, that's so good, Fiona. So you'll definitely get a copy, and I'll put it up again. I've done a screenshot of the questions as well, so you can download that as well. We get you up to scratch. So that's great. Still, please share in the comments as well. I just want to find out from you how that experience was, because this is the starting point, and then we're going to build from it. So the next person I have is Antonia. Over to you, my dear.
Hi. Hello,
Hi.
everyone. I love the questions, but if I had not done some planning today, I would be just throwing in random ideas. Like, so now I know it will come every month, and now it will be part of the flow. But maybe if people step in the first time, maybe it needs more time to really figure out where they are and what is, because this morning I was not so sure what will be the focus for the next 30 days.
Yes.
And it took more than 5 minutes, to figure out how to sort things. So maybe in between, sometimes probably we'll do this also in other calls, then to get sorted, and then we know what the priority is for the next 30 days.
Perfect.
So, but I love it as a snapshot to focus the energy on this one thing and move us through.
Yeah. Good. That's good. And little good points you raised there. So brilliant. Thank you so much for that.
And I'm also, Fiona, I'm also starting from scratch with a completely new business.
With Fiona. So the only way is up.
Yes.
Yes. Good stuff. Okay, brilliant. We've got Angela, Jay, and then Jan. So Angela, over to you.
So I'm also starting with a brand new business because I've just done a complete shift, but very excited. And actually those questions, what I love is that you've touched on successes and failures and how you see yourself, but there's a whole range there, and it's how you're feeling. How, are you feeling? I love the question about your mental health, your physical, and that sort of thing. And I think that you've given us all something to go forward to think of through the month, like the lady was just saying, Antonio was just saying, obviously, like, what I've got to say what I'm going to do in the next 30 days. There's no way I can decide that in 5 minutes, but it's kind of given me that, okay, so what would I do? And then I can go back and look, and you've got a benchmark to come back to. And I think as we get used to doing that each month, that's a really positive process.
You'll definitely see growth. You'll definitely experience growth, because you can't stay the same once you're being challenged with these questions. And we'll show you in a bit when we're going to put in your stats, and then after twice that you've put in your stats, you'll see your graph, so you can see where you're going, you can see where it's starting to plateau, you can see where it's going down, so you know where you have to do more of the work. So we give you that visual representation as well. Awesome, thank you. Keep sharing in the comments. I'm going to be reading those out shortly. We've got 2 more, and then we're going to move on. So Jay first. So Jay Bruno.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone.
Hi,
good evening, Michelle. Yeah, I think that these questions were really self exploratory questions. These are quite coaching. I felt like as if I was auto coaching myself, and that helped me gain awareness on where I am now and what I need to do to go a bit further. So that's why I found that they were very pertinent, very smart questions that pinpoint exactly what we need to do to where we have to go, basically. So
love it. Good. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That's awesome. So 2 more, and then we will, I'll just read some of the comments, and then we'll move on. The next one on my list is Jan, and last but not least will be Marcia. So go for it, Jan.
Great, thank you. Yeah, no, it's very good to have that sort of framework to think around. It was a really good broad set of questions. And I just noticed, I think it was Antonia, that made me think that and also the fact I do things really quickly, so I was surprised I was probably the last to start, first to finish. But don't feel like overburdened by having them and not having a precise answer, or by beating yourself up if you don't, because it's just a number that you've put in there. And I think if when you start seeing numbers in dashboards, you can start feeling as though you've failed. And it's not an exam, it's something to aim for. It's a target which you fire missiles at, and they're called missiles because you can, if you hit the target, they would be called missiles. So just keep that as, I was just feeling a bit of a vibe.
Thank you for sharing that. And it's a good reminder that this is all about progress and growth, and we're all on our own journeys, you know? So some people might be way ahead and might have like thousands upon thousands upon thousands, and we're just starting out. You just stay in your own lane. Yeah, and that's the good thing about it. Although we're working within a group, all of this is individual work, and we're looking forward to seeing all the growth. Last but not least, Marcia, over to you.
Hi everyone. I think for me, I feel like up until now I've been flying by my pants basically. So there's been no kind of, plan necessarily. The structure is kind of like all over the place. So actually answering those questions actually helped me to really just look and see exactly what's been happening. And yeah, and I think there are things that I could do better, but also recognizing that actually there were things that I did actually achieve, but I've not necessarily noted it.
Yeah.
So it's really about having more structure, I think, in my business and knowing what I'm doing.
Awesome. I love that. And thank you for sharing that, Marcia, because at the end, I want everyone to share their commitments for the next 30 days, because you can't do everything, all right? So you just pick what you can work on, which you can definitely commit to, thinking about your time, your capacity, so that there are going to be some, we're going to make some moves. So I just wanted to quickly share a couple what was shared in the comments. Some really great stuff here. Love this. Angie said her biggest takeaway was seeing how big her audience actually is and how it's grown over the 6 months. So that's really great. And Fiona said recurring revenues is like a business, is like business retainers and subscription programs, very much so, rather than just an income level. Love that. So thank you for sharing. I think we had one other share. So Joe shared courageously that she's starting from a low point, but her contacts on social media is growing. We know that with your latest blog there. So brilliant. Awesome. Great. I'm glad that you like this exercise. We're going to do more of it in this structured way. What I want you to do now is everyone to go back to your client folio. So have that on your screens where you can all see it. And I'm going to share my screen because this is the next part I want you to go. It's a quicker way to do something. So I want to share that with you now. Can you see my screen? It should have GTeX, it should have the dashboard. Awesome. Right, so we're going to stats and goals. Please click that. And you can see there's 2 tabs at the top. We're just going to focus on the first tab, add stats. And we're only going to focus on the left-hand side where you put in the number of paying clients. You should have that because I think there was a question similar to that. You put that there. Your monthly recurring revenues, you should have that because that was one of the questions, and your list size, yeah, your email list size, or actually because
yeah, no, that's more like an audience size. We need to adapt that question.
Okay,
That is the audience size.
So your audience size, is that what you mean? Yes, Simone?
Yeah, the same thing that they wrote before, the combination from social media and list size. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so that's right. So this is like we said before, so it's a combination of your email list and your social media. So you should have those answers already. This is going to take you less than 2 minutes, guys. That's all I need you to fill out and then press save. So can you do that now for me?
All right. They said that they have different questions.
Okay.
To change the title, just put your mouse over where the bold writing is and you get a little pen. Yep, exactly like that. And just click it and you can change the title if it's not changed for you.
So it's quite simple. Just hover your pencil, your mouse pointer, and it will change to pencil, and just put those in. So number of paying clients is the first one, then it's monthly recurring revenues, and the last one is list size.
For me, it's first list and then the monthly recurring revenue.
Okay,
Shall we?
That's
just keep the order that's in there?
Yeah, let's do this order. So we just want everyone to be doing the same. So just go in and manually change that.
Okay, okay.
Thank you. So for the list size again was the question around the sum of your email list, that's your subscribers, and the sum of your social media. So your Twitter, your Instagram, how many people you've gotten there, add them all together. And that's your answer for your list.
Michelle, if you can change the question and put audience size and remove lists, I put audience size, then everyone put audience size. And then as you can see as well, you have the option to tick the graphs. So make sure that you tick the graphs only on the questions on the left, completely ignore the questions on the right, and then save. So when you do that, Michelle, do you want to show?
Tick. The ticks don't work.
Pardon?
The ticks don't work.
Okay, no, that's fine. You can do them. And you can, if they don't work, we can tick them next time. Because Michelle, if you can show everyone the statistic graphs,
okay,
then they see how that's going to look like. The more you're going to fill them up, they's going to create graphs of every single number and every single data that you're going to do. But it's not going to create a graph with one data point. It needs at least 2 data points to create a graph, because otherwise we have a dot, right? So if you don't have the option to put graph, then leave it. And then we know that the next time when you fill up the second month, then the statistic is going to start populating.
Awesome. And just for those, I'm going to cancel this. So remember, this is the main page when you log in, and then we went to stats and goals. And then that's how we got to this page. And we only need you to complete the one on the left. So I think that's answered. Are we all done? Just it's just sort of reminder.
I don't have that.
Sorry, I'm
lost.
I can't put in my, I've changed the title to monthly recurring revenue. Oh, okay, yeah, I've managed.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you have to click it twice and then you can get to the box.
Yeah, okay. Click that and then you can just write over it and then press save.
But do you know if we can change it? Like go back to it? Oh, you have added. I don't have this. Tells me saved, but I cannot.
Yeah, just save. Just
okay.
save.
Okay.
Just save. Okay. So is everybody on this page, and has everyone filled out those 3 questions?
No.
No? Oh, Caroline, where are you? Whereabouts are you?
I'm stuck. I've got a different list, and I don't know what the titles are.
Okay. So, right. So can you see, so you're number 1. Have you got number of paying clients? Can you see where my pen is?
My top question says website users, unique visitors.
Yeah, that's what it said for me. So you just have to change that.
Yeah. So
but I don't know what to change it to, because I can't read the.
Okay, so there. In the very first box, let me go back into it. So in the very first box, if you where it's bolded, whatever it says on yours, just click it.
Yeah, there's a pencil comes up.
Perfect.
And I've clicked on it. Yeah.
Again, and then write number of paying clients. And Shireen's put it in the chat, so if it's easier, you can just copy and paste that. But it's number of paying clients should be number 1. Just give me a shout when you've done that.
And if you put the number and you press save, when you press save, automatically the number gets uploaded.
Oh,
If
okay.
you make
I
it-
just want the titles. So can I have the
just
second title?
Yeah, just put the title. Let's do the titles first. So you've got number of paying clients for your first one.
Yeah, I want this. What's the second one?
Awesome. The second one is monthly recurring revenues.
Monthly recurring revenues.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hang on. That's right. I'll change that after. What's the next one?
And the very last one is audience size.
So there's only 3 because I've got 4 here.
Okay.
I've got Twitter
3.
posts and Twitter reposts.
Oh, okay. Right.
Just
So
do the
we-
left side. We just do the 3 on the left side. We completely ignore the right side.
This is all on the left. This
Yeah.
is all there is.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
So
is all
just-
I've got.
In that case,
Actually,
just,
no,
we're
I've
gonna
got-
do the 3. We'll just do 3.
I've got
yeah?
sales as well, and I've got number of new customers.
Yeah. So Caroline,
That's all in one block.
Is all the 3, do the top 3 on the left side.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
last one should be audience.
I do the
size.
top 3 because they're all in one block.
Ah,
Perfect.
okay.
There is no
Okay.
left and right side.
Ah, right. So do the top 3 then.
Right. So the third one is what?
Audience size.
Okay. Audience size. Oops. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So we all should have number of paying clients for number 1. Second should be monthly recurring revenues. And the third should be audience size. That's the only 3 we want you to do. And if there's some variations, we can sort that out at the back end, but we just only want those 3. And now just put your answers in those. And then we will go on to an exercise.
It won't let me put 0 in.
Yeah, you need to go down and then the cursor will change. The arrow changes to a different shape.
It won't let me. I put 0 in and I save it or enter, and then the box is empty.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's fine. It means it's correct. It means it's already been uploaded.
right.
Okay. So there's just nothing there, even if it's
Yeah.
right. So the actual number won't be there if it's
No,
0.
yeah, we will let the system know. There's
Okay.
probably a glitch in the system there, and we'll let them know to keep the number there, because otherwise it creates confusion. But the moment you press,
Yeah.
you populate them, you press save, they're automatically uploaded.
Okay, cool.
It just reverts to the first page you saw as soon as you save it, so don't let that get you confused. It will just go back to how you saw it at the beginning, but it has saved. If you click save, it will collect that data and save it into your profile.
What do you mean by audience size?
So this will be the question around your email list. How many?
Oh, so that number we put in there.
Yes.
I got it. Yeah. Sorry. Different words often throw me.
No worries, no worries. We're all learning. No problem at all. This is what we want. This is all good feedback, so that we can just refine the software. Brilliant.
Oh, it still hasn't come up even though I put that in.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh,
are we happy to move on?
Yeah, let's move on. And then if
Yeah.
someone has any problems, then we will do anyway. We'll check on our side and Shireen will reach out to you. So let's move on to the next phase.
Yeah. Awesome. Great. Brilliant. Now, just as a reminder why we had those accountability questions at the beginning, and those stats, we'll do that every first Thursday of the month, because literally once we have enough data in there, we can see how everyone is doing. You can see what you're doing, and at least you'll know what you need to work on to do more of, to make sure that it's always growing each month. So that's there. And obviously we'll get back to anybody who's got any issues, but for the sake of time, I'm going to move on. So now, what I want you to do, we're going to put you into breakout rooms. So there's going to be 4 breakout rooms, and we have already sorted out who's going to be in what breakout rooms. So there should be, well, altogether there will be 4 rooms, and I think there's 6 people in each, and only one room they'll have 5. So while Shireen is preparing that, this is what I want you to do in the breakout rooms based on the information you've collated today. So what I want you to do, I want you to share your goals with each other. So I'm going to give you about 5 minutes each. Share your goals, and I want you to identify any obstacles that you think you'll encounter in reaching those goals. And then I want each of you to commit to holding each other accountable. You know, let's find a solution through the obstacle and then help keep it. Yes, monthly goals, Angie. Yeah, brilliant. Monthly goals. So we're doing these all in 30 days chunks just to make it easier for everybody. All right. So let me just repeat that. So everybody, we're all on the same page. Let me see if there's any questions. Right. Okay. So we're going to go out into our breakout room. So Shireen's just sorting that out in the back end. And in the breakout rooms, I want you to share your monthly goals. What are you going to be working on for the month of February, basically? And I also want you to identify what particular obstacles you think you're going to come across. So these could be obstacles that you usually come across each month. It could be something new because something new is happening in your world, in your life. So, and I want you to look at finding a solution for that. And then I want everyone to commit to holding each other accountable. Then we'll come back to the room and we'll have a couple of shares. So that's what I want us to do. So does everyone understand? Are we all happy with that? Got a couple of questions.
Angie, we'll answer the question, Angie,
Yeah.
at the end.
Sorry, I thought that was the one for this. So they've got no, everyone's happy. Can I see some thumbs ups to make sure we're all happy, we all make sense? Good, good, good. So we're going to go in, we're going to take some time to do that. And then we'll be coming back in the room. Yes. So let's give ourselves 30 minutes. And you may think, God, that's long, Michelle, but there's 5 minutes each, 5, 6 of you in the room. It will go very quickly. It will go quickly. So let's not hog other people's times. We will remind you when there's a countdown of 5 minutes, so you know to speed it along. All right, guys. So are we ready? Shireen, are we ready? Awesome.
We are. We're ready to go.
Let's go. And I'll see you back here shortly, guys. $30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. Let me make a note of what time it is now. Okay.
You did.
Breathe, everyone. Breathe, breathe.
I haven't breathed since we started. I'm so sorry. This is
That's why
miscommunication.
That's why I asked specifically, make sure you check every single account from the client perspective.
And
that's what happened.
It's my miscommunication with Wang. This is my fault. I assumed that she had done it and not.
There's
and
no,
now
like,
that
we don't assume. Like I'm pissed off right now, and
yeah,
because it's like I made sure, like I told you about like
a billion
5, 6 times. It was like, this is the one thing it needs to be important that needs to be done.
Yeah, I know.
So just like I'm taking a minute.
Yeah.
Let's go have a toilet break. Let's do what we need to do and be back. So we will be back at 6:38. That's when they come back.
Okay.
That's half an hour because there's less people in the room than on our list today.
Yeah.
So,
there's one group that's actually only 3 people, but yeah.
Okay, one group to only 3. Okay, so and what we'll do is we will.
A couple of things. So we will let's stop the recording because right now this is recorded. So
commitment. You don't need to give me 3 or 5. So have a think about that. And we'll definitely start with Quentin, Joe and Tracy, and then we'll have some shares in the comments. So what's your commitment? going for the next 30 days? What are you going to commit to doing? Go for it, Quentin.
So Simone knows I've had a book brewing for rather too long, and that has got to be submitted to the publishers.
I'm hearing that. So are you going to do that within the next 30 days? Can that
be done? Yeah.
It's got to be done. All right. We all heard that, right? That Quentin is going to submit his book to the publishers in how many days?
It will be well within the 30 days, but
Okay,
that gives
good.
me a bit of leniency.
Good. All right. Okay. Good. Love to hear that. Thank you for that, Quentin. Who's it? Tracy. Hello, Tracy.
Hi, everybody. What I realized is I'm still at a very infancy stage of my business, but it's exciting because I have a lot more clarity since joining this group, which is exciting. So the biggest thing I've been hiding from is becoming visible, as in, you know, I've been quite happily hiding behind my keyboard, and it's time to come out the closet, as they say. So my commitment is to set up a community group on Facebook and to start doing some live videos.
I love that.
So I like have major but I'm going to do it. Yes.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Because you know what? Once you're clear about your content strategy, and we've got trainings and all of that for you, so don't even need to worry. But once you're so clear, I mean, clarity is so underestimated, I think. Once you're clear on what I'm going to be putting out, either on a Monday or Wednesday or Friday, however, whatever system you're going to use, and then showing up, and you commit to showing up at least once a week on live video or twice a week on recorded video, you get into the flow of it. You'd be a dab hander at it. You'll be a dab hander.
I hope so. You know, I did some speaker training, so I need to start getting my buttons back on that. But I'll enjoy it, I'm sure, once I get into it. I'm just the initial, like, putting my toe in the water.
Yeah, it's just the initial stages. There's always hiccups. We had hiccups here, right? And this is the initial stage. The hiccups are gone. Yeah, so you know, it's the same thing with you and your business and showing up on camera. So good luck, and we can't wait to see that, Tracy. Awesome.
Brilliant, thank you.
Joe, lovely Joe, what are you committing to? So definitely, guys, keep putting them in the comments. Even if you've shared vocally, still write them down, because we want to save the chat. So feel free to keep writing. Joe, over to you, my dear. Oh, you're on mute.
I'm going to work on the offers and see how it all fits in. I can do a freebie sort of handout, which just give an idea, but not all the secrets.
Yes.
And Carol Ann had an interesting thing. She sort of have a theme for the month, and each day write a question and get people to respond.
Yeah, get them to engage with you. I love that. That's really good. Yeah, you want to be creating posts or content or offers where you can get engagement from people. Not people are always engaged, and we know that. And then sometimes, like you've proven more recently in your LinkedIn post, that sometimes they're just in the mood and to view your stuff and to engage with your stuff. You know, that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Who else would like to share? Who else would like to share? Be brave. Go for it, Antonia.
So I will, as this whole business venture is new, I will revisit my ideal client, my methodology, and my customer journey. And I will create the first version of a new 21-day pilot program. Nice. Which my goal is to then, so the big goal is to deliver it in the month after, so already in March. So it's my peaceful.
Yeah, so you're going to review your target market. You're going to create a pilot within like a 21-day pilot. So you're going to do all of that in this month, right? Within 30 days.
Yes.
We heard that. We all heard that. Good. All right, let's have one more share. Who have I not heard from today? Go for it, Caroline. Once you come off mute, that'd be
Yeah,
helpful.
yeah, I know. It's getting the most, don't they? You know. Yeah. So what this month is getting my free writing challenge marketed and run. I've only just got over a week for that because that starts on the 14th of February. And the other thing is getting the marketing going for my in-person retreat, which is in May. So really get that focused and get that going as well. And increase my group to at least 100 people, because I think there's only about 50 in it at the moment.
So you're growing it from 50 to 100.
Yeah.
And you're going to try and do that in 30 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told. Yes.
Why not?
Why not? Let's put a number on it.
Just put a number on it. And that's what you should be doing.
I've got my daily actions that I now know I need to do. And that's what I need to do. It's ones I've been putting off.
Good, good.
So I have committed to doing those daily actions, to doing that. So
I'm excited to hear that, Caroline. Excited. Good. I'm going to have one more share from the lovely Shirley, because I haven't heard your beautiful voice today, girl. Go for it. Share your commitment with us.
Hello, everybody. My half asleep commitment, but you heard it here. I'm going to be writing, so drafting, and then getting feedback and submitting my chapter for the multi-author book that I'm participating in. So I've just set myself one thing. That's what's getting done.
Yeah. Love it. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you for sharing. Loving the comments that I'm reading in the chat. So Fiona's get my new free 20-minute webinar outlined. Great. We've got support for that if you need. We've got lots of stuff on creating webinars, doing the GTeX training from Helen for creating low entry offers. Brilliant. And research what others are offering as well. Good. Thank you. If anyone hasn't shared in the comments, please do so now, because what we want from you now is to get some feedback. We want some feedback on how today's session was. So we want you to be brutally honest, but be kind. Honest but kind, people. Okay. But we would need your feedback, because then we're learning. We're all learning. So Simone's going to share a link in the chat, and we're going to give you time to do it now. So you don't need to go off camera. You don't need to do it after. We want to do it now, and then we'll just let you know what's going to be happening in the next session. So we're going to put some music in the background. Shireen shared it. Is that one Google Docs? Brilliant. If you could do that, let me know that everyone's been able to access that. Any problems, give us a shout. And let's give yourself about 5-10 minutes to really think through your response. Brilliant. Keep them coming. Please put done in the chat. We're going to give you 2 more minutes. Thank you. Awesome. I see faces are looking at the camera, so you must be finished. Anyone not finished? Antonia's still thinking. Oh, good to hear that, Shirley. I saw you yawning, so I knew that it must be very early or very late where you were. Awesome, guys. Right.
She's in Australia. What time is it now?
5:25 in the morning.
Jeez.
So it's a 3:30 start.
Commitment.
It's okay.
Talking about
It's
commitment.
good. Rejiggling my diary so that I can make these regularly.
Oh, bless you.
I appreciate it.
Well done.
Shirley, your bank balance will thank you for it. Okay, great. Guys, thank you so much for that. What we're going to do now is we're just going to give you an overview of next week, Thursday. Shireen's going to share a link right now. It's a calendar link. So you can click GTeX Mastermind and accept that. We're just trying to look at ways to make it easier for you. So click that, accept, make sure that's in your diary for next Thursday. Simone, do you want to say anything on there?
Yeah, the mastermind is there where we come together to support each other. I know there are some people that are new and some people that they've been to hundreds of masterminds. So we're going to do 3 things, and it's going to happen next week on the mastermind. First one, you can come up with an idea or a challenge that you have, and you will have other people in the group giving you their feedback, their thoughts, and it's about really thinking outside the box and getting different perspectives. So if there is something that you would like to have a different perspective on something, that's what you should bring to the mastermind, whether it's an idea or a challenge. Then the next part, we are going to have the interview with the GTeX member of the month. So every Friday in the Facebook group, we ask you to share your wins. And so make sure also tomorrow you go into the GTeX family Facebook, the lifetime members and UEP Facebook group, share your wins, because then during the weekend, we are going to select the GTeX member of the month. And let us judge what a win is for us. Anything that for you feels like a win, or whether you've made progress, then write it. Because you never know. I know a lot of people, they stop them because they might not have the huge thing, but actually I had a mentor of mine that got me thinking things about different way. The smaller wins are more important than the bigger ones, because the bigger ones will not happen without the smaller ones. So the smaller wins are actually the one that needs to be celebrated more, because otherwise they are what makes the bigger wins happen. So whatever is the win for you for the week, go into the Facebook group and then share it. And then the last part, we are going to look at creating joint ventures and opportunities for each other. So think about something that you would like, that you have coming up, that you would like other people to promote for you, whether it's a piece of content, an article, a podcast, a course that you have coming up, a giveaway that you have, then think about that, because that's what we are going to do in the final session. Is there a training as to how that works in practice? What do you mean, Shirley? You can unmute yourself. Oh, JV. No, we'll set the frame there. So we'll tell you what to do there before the mastermind. Yeah. But also we'll do a training as well on how to set up JVs. That's my pipeline of things to add into the library. There is one thing that I now want to share as well. I think is this one. So you know that you have been given your Ultimate Expert Program Roadmap checklist that you had to download. I know we had quite a few people asking to request access, but you cannot edit the main file. So you will need to download it and use it as either upload it as a Drive document or as a Word document. And this is what I want you to do also before the next session. Go through this checklist and then see what you have in place. Because what we have done here, and I think Shireen, I think she had onboarding calls almost with everyone. But what we have done with this particular checklist is that is basically putting your business and things that you should have in your business in order of execution, starting from the vision, which is the more abstract part of the purpose, the vision, your positioning, which is like the core of the business, going down to your marketing strategy. So what I want you to do is to go through this checklist. If you are already clear, so for example, if you already have a clear purpose, vision, and mission, just click it. You don't need to click the link and go and watch the video. So if you're certain in some parts, don't need to redo the work unless you want to and do something for personal interest. But then you say, oh, I'm not clear about my ideal client. Then great, don't click this box. And then you see the link directs you automatically to the video in the members area just for that specific part. And they are short videos. So start going through this checklist first. Before watching the videos, go through the checklist and click and check what you have and leave blank what you don't. And then start going through the process from top to bottom. That's what we are going to do. Then what we are going to work, Michelle and I, we are actually having a meeting tomorrow to work on this, which is the advanced version of the checklist. So once you have the core, what's going to happen next? So we work on advanced strategies and create an advanced checklist. But this will be the first part of the core that we are creating. Yeah, never knew the underlines went to the video. Yeah, that's whenever people say, oh, I don't know where to find the videos, like go on the checklist, click, that's the link. You got this. So I wanted to explain this part. And that's it for the moment. So make sure, Shireen, was the link put yes for our event. So make sure you register for the next one. I want to thank you to be part of the pilot. Can we give a massive round of whoops to Shireen for making this happen while we are here? We have a massive round of whoops to Michelle and a massive round of whoops to you. Whoop, whoop. And I will see you next training. And remember, any feedback, anything that we can improve, we can implement, that we want to make this the best training that there is. So you let us know and we know what we need to improve. So we really appreciate that. We'll see you next time. Ciao, everyone. Bye-bye.
And whoop whoop to Simone. Whoop whoop. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a lovely
Bye-bye.
evening.